Hi, I'm Mark from Urban August. We are a leader in locking and storage solutions for your home, office, or anywhere that might need just a little extra level of security. We have around 50 products now and sell all over the world, and we were recently even featured on Netflix on the film Spy Kids. But we have some very humble beginnings, and today I want to tell you about really the story of Urban August, how we were founded. And this story actually goes back to all the way to the 90s. It all started because my youngest brother was born with Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a genetic condition where affected individuals are born with an extra 21st chromosome. This results in cognitive and developmental delays. If you know anyone with Down syndrome, each person with Down syndrome has remarkably different personalities, but they do share some traits. And one trait is people with Down syndrome tend to get stuck in their routines, stuck in their ways. They want things done a certain way. And for my youngest brother, that routine was to have a nightly snack. But the only issue was that he kept wanting more and more and more, and he couldn't get it from my parents, and so he started stealing food at all hours of the night. And it got to the point where he was eating disgustingly huge amounts of food. It would go from him stealing a popsicle to him breaking into the fridge in the middle of the night and eating by himself an entire tub of ice cream. Yes, this really happened. We all worked on it as a family, like how to fix this. And then my other brothers and I went to college and moved out and kind of forgot about it. But the problem still existed. My youngest brother was still living at home and still having some serious diet issues. Pretty much this problem got put to the back burner for the time being. It was at a manageable level. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. And it seemed like every time I talked to my parents, that's all they would talk about my youngest brother Matthew eating way too much food. It was about at this time when I had been in the corporate world for a few years. I was actually a CPA, I still am a CPA, but I worked at a few multinational companies, and my career was doing well, but I realized that I didn't really see a path forward. I was really interested in it, and I was kind of looking for ways to get out of the corporate world. And I had a side business at the time. This video is not about that side business, but I realized that a problem that I've been hearing from my mom for years and years and years about my little brother, about how to secure food, that was a real issue. After a little research, I realized there is no real solution to this anywhere. Like, no one's really tackled this yet. And so that was my aha moment, knowing, wow, I could help out a lot of people if we start a company based on securing your food and other items inside the house. And actually, our first idea wasn't a lock for the refrigerator. It was a lockbox, it was a safe that you'd put inside your refrigerator. But at that point, as I said, I was a CPA in the corporate world. How do you go from a CPA in the corporate world to designing an extremely complex box and mass producing it? What kind of plastic do you use? How do you design it? How do you find someone to design it? Is it patented? Where would you sell it at? What other issues do I not know about? We made a few different drafts of the box using different materials. We decided to put that in the back burner for the time being because we realized, why not just lock your refrigerator? There were a number of fridge locks out on the market at that point, but just to lock a French door refrigerator, the doors opened up and meet in the middle like this. And so when we wanted to design our first product, it was quite interesting because, how do you design a fridge lock? How do you get the perfect measurements for a fridge lock? And one thing I did is I went to every single appliance or hardware store in the city that I lived in at the time, every single one, and I measured every single French door refrigerator model I could. Over 250 French door refrigerator models. I measured their handles to see what the diameter was. And I recorded the diameter, and I did some of my CPA work to kind of like push out the outliers and that are too wide, handles that are too wide or that are too narrow. And I got the absolute medium, and I designed locks around the most average size of French door refrigerator I could. They could fit around 95%, we estimated, French door refrigerators. And that's how we designed all of our locks, really, around these measurements. And immediately it was a hot seller. People loved our lock. Immediately I was getting emails and phone calls from customers who just called me just to say thank you. Just say, you changed our life. You saved my son's life. I can't believe I couldn't find a product like this before. I was taken aback with just how intense it was. But another thing that we got from talking to so many customers by phone or by email was feedback. We had the strap lock released, and so People would say, oh, can you make a stronger lock, perhaps a cable? Oh, can you make it in different colors? Oh, could you use a key? Could you use a combination? Could you make multi-packs? Could you make multi-packs with the same keys? Could you make adjustable locks? Our product line blew up from there, just based on customer feedback and what people wanted. And after that, we started to notice that we were selling to a lot of businesses. So a lot of businesses were buying our products too. We had restaurants, we had universities, schools, workplaces, hospitals, even the military. Some of the top and largest stadiums in America use us to protect their beer fridges. So we really tapped into an unfulfilled market, and it's really rewarding. But I guess the underlying theme is we've helped out so many people and businesses at this point, but it all started back through many years with a simple problem at my parents' house: how to lock the fridge. And it's been really rewarding to see it go from this long-term little problem to really helping so many people in so many different avenues. And after we launched our initial line of locks, we finally got back to our original project, the Lockbox. We launched that last year. Initially with the first batch there were some QC issues, but we managed to really get those fixed, and since then we've only had glowing feedback from customers. So going forward, we have a pretty robust research and development pipeline. We always have a few products that are in some phase of development. And in the next year, we've got a couple products that we think will do pretty well. We think that our customers are gonna really like these products. We're a few months away from launching the next one, but we can't wait to show you. So thank you very much for watching if you got into this point, and please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, just let us know in the comments section.